right off the bat right here, we can see actually namesake. We have got Stewie right here in terms of the actual build right there in front. You got your Xbox controller. You can see right there, we've got a RG Strix Dash I board. We have Corsair AIO. We have a, looks also probably a Corsair SFX cooler, all packed into this very nice compact chassis. I like the actual little bit of the actually clear side panel to allow us to get a little bit of illumination, see some of that hardware within the small form factor build. Traditionally, we don't get to see that often within small form factor builds. So here we can see, of course, that nice ROG Strix board with a little bit of the accent lighting right there. It looks like we've thrown in some little bit of lighting right there. It's a nice little touch. We can definitely see, though, just look how compact everything is when we packed it all in there, right? As you can see right here, top has the fan. We can see the cabling packed in there. LED, it's all just exactly spaced right, just to be able to go ahead and fit, right? And again, for proportion here, we can see how small this is. We can see the size of the Xbox controller, and then we can see the size of the system. So we can really see just how compact this system is. It's pretty much, this is I would say in the scale of being a backpack class ITX system. So you could literally put this into a backpack and be able to go ahead and take it with you. So very, very cool. Nice cable clean management done right here. We can actually see the AIO cooler right there, right? So we can see there's our pump housing, cabling swooping down, and then we can see the rad and then the fan right there. And also here we can see a setup, of course, within this type of chassis. We've got some interesting things going on right here. He's gotten creative, and we've got, looks like some fans right here. So some small 40 millimeter fans from Noctua, helping to provide some additional airflow characteristics in here into this type of fan and a GPU. So again, this is the challenge that you have with this type of GPU design, where it's beneficial most within a traditional ATX based chassis, and not really within small form factor builds, where I think they're better suited to blower based designs, as well as, like I said, traditional downward flying based designs, where as long as you have some ambient airflow, right, you get more focused airflow across the VRM heatsink assembly. And you actually even tend to get, I think, very good kind of dispersed airflow, right? But very, very strong job in terms of actually getting this all managed in there from a really clean perspective. This is really nicely done. Oh, and I missed some more. So here we can see this is some really cool stuff that Michael has done right here, right? So you can see packing in these fans right here, not only here, but then we even have more of these down here. So we've got the 240s here, and we also have the 240s right here, helping to actually cool. And we can see right here, this is the 3080 Ti. So definitely you need some healthy airflow to be able to ensure that we're keeping that GPU cooled enough so that we're really getting the best performance possible from that 3080 Ti, right? So again, kudos to Michael for the time and effort to try to figure this out and make it work with a GPU that really is not suited for this type of chassis in terms of kind of its thermal characteristics, because this card really works, again, best when you have a kind of traditional open chassis, right? ATX or even micro ATX, where you can bring in a lot of direct airflow in, have that be pulled in, right, and go through the heatsink assembly. Some nice shots right there. Here we can see, again, that SFX based PSU cabling running through there. Got some, looks like probably like G.Skill Trident memory. Very nice there with the side panel on. And then I thought this was really cool too, is that he even had a custom case that he had situated here to be able to fit it all in there. So you can see right there, got your keyboard, you got your Wi-Fi, you got your mouse, you've got all your cables in there. So it's a perfectly designed kind of system to be able to kind of go for kind of LAN parties, or kind of, just taking it from one place to another. Overall, very, very cool, impressive build, and really kind of attention to detail to be able to get it all packed in there and make it work, right? So that is pretty impressive. So overall, very cool, nicely done. It's a great looking build. Let me actually bring up the submission form. And I think we'll leave it here on this shot, because I think this does a great job of just showing you kind of the proportions here of this build, right? Very, very compact. So this is, again, Stewie Griffin from Michael. And let's see right here. Build have a theme, Stewie Griffin, with 3 words to describe the build. This is a custom mini ITX SFF, right? Does the build have a name? The Rust Mini PC. So actually, it's actually called the Rust Mini PC. So I should have actually not put Stewie Griffin in there. That's just the theme name. So let me go ahead and make an edit to that. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, Michael. Okay. And here we go. Let's see here. So core components right here. This is the Thor chassis, right? This is running actually our latest generation RG Strix Z690-I board, right? So that meaning pretty much means we've got top of line performance within the system. So he's running a Core i9 12900K, right? He's got the 3080 Ti, right? The Founders Edition card. He's got 32 gigabytes of Kingston HyperX 6000 MT memory that's running in there. He's got a 3 terabyte 980 Pro drive in there. And then a 750 watt SFX, of course, Corsair power supply. And then, as I noted, he's got a number of different Noctua fans in there. So two A12s, right? So those are going to be great. And then we've got another A15. So that's going to be a slimmer fan, right? So you can see we've got those fans. That's, I think, probably the slim fan that's up in there. And then we have the Corsair H60-I. And then in terms of actually thermals, impressive thermals. So he keeps that Core i9 12900K, about 50 to 70 C, which entirely makes sense, especially from a gaming load. A lot of people talk about that the CPUs are hard to cool. It really depends on what you're doing. Unless you're kind of going to run a sustained multi-core threaded workload, that's not the case. For general productivity and general gaming, that AI cooling solution is definitely going to be enough to be able to keep it cool. And on the GPU, actually pretty good. 70 to 83C. Definitely had to work to get in those little fans to be able to assist in that regard, right? Budget was $5,000 for the build. He's most proud of the performance. So 250 FPS in Call of Duty Warzone, and then a 2-minute 4K video exports along with fast rendering in Premiere Pro, right? I mean, pretty much this system is going to be doing everything really fast with such high speed DDR5 memory, that high speed of course, at 12900K. And then if he's even taking advantage of the ASUS AIOC, he's probably got some additional clock speeds to ratchet that up as well. And then, of course, that super high performance GPU with the 3080 Ti. Anything he changed about build? Nope. Took him about 40 hours to be able to put it all together. It's used for gaming and streaming, Call of Duty Warzone, Flight Sim 2022, video editing, and animation. And he's a huge fan of the ASUS UEFI BIOS in its overall features, functions, and layout. It's really clean and it's well done. Michael, it's definitely one of my favorite small form factor builds I've seen done. Really nice attention to detail, some nice customized work to be able to get it all in there. Stable, reliable, with such high performant parts, man. Kudos and job well done. Evo says, I only won Prime 95 24/7. Not sure about that one, man, but overall, I think very cool in terms of the rest. Mini PC, man. Thumbs up. Nice job there.